LaNorris, Shane told us that your 50-yarder to Tyshawn was not the play call. Just kind of can you just take us through like what you saw on that play and what kind of your reaction was like when you saw Tyshawn make that catch?
My thought was to not force anything and just play the play out. And then I looked to the left, and I didn't like well, first of all, I wasn't supposed to do that. I was supposed to stick to one side, and that's it. But I felt like I had time, so I just came back to Tyshawn, and it worked.
The 40 yards of green in front of you.
All right, yeah, LaNorris, just walk me through 2 touchdown passes tonight. Just what did it feel like to be out there doing your thing? And describe the relationship that you've been able to build with Nick, and how great was it to connect with him on that last touchdown?
I felt good. Going out there, first home game, nerve-wracking a little bit, but I was excited. And then before I went in, they just told me to do what I was taught, just play the game. And I'm glad I connected with Nick. We didn't put in the work, the extra work, and finally came to tuition.
Luke, does it feel any different catching a touchdown versus throwing it?
It does, yes. It does. Brings a little bit more excitement, in my opinion, but it was awesome.
And I guess how comfortable are you at receiver right now, just getting more and more reps for this goes?
I'm very comfortable with it. Like I said, I think earlier this week, it's just like riding a bike. You know, you never really lose it. And like you said, the more reps I get at it, just better I'm going to feel. You know, more comfortable I'm going to get. But it's all about next day getting better.
Let's go in the back, Matt.
Yeah, LaNorris, I don't know if you heard, but the second you took that first step on the field, it was a pretty loud reaction from the fans. Just for you as a local product guy, just how cool was that moment and how the opportunity to get your first reps kind of wearing that uniform?
It was very cool. Like, I was here for the spring game, so I got a little taste of it, but just the full sold-out crowd, it just felt good. I was like, I got people to support me, so just go out there and play my game.
Luke, you're one of the veterans on this team. Talk about how good it was just to see the freshmen like this one come in and have an impact and be successful in their first game here.
Well, when guys like LaNorris and Tyshawn Russell and a lot of those other guys get an opportunity to go out there and play and do what they did tonight, it makes everybody happy because like he said, we see them put in the extra work. Obviously, LaNorris came in early and from the moment he's been here, he just put his head down, he works, doesn't say much, just goes out on the field and plays ball, and we see that out of a lot of those guys. So once they get in, whether it be early in the game or late in the game, it's always great to see them out there, and you feel good when they're out there because they put in the work, they put the time in, and you can count on them for sure.
Go to the left, Chaz.
Hey, Luke, it was, or rather, describe the relationship of the quarterback room that you guys are together, cheering each other on. I see you guys smiling. What comes to mind?
I think the main thing that comes to mind is a brotherhood. We've got a very tight-knit group. Every day in the meeting room, there's something new, something funny, just something going on. It's always very, very lively, very laid back, and just creates an environment where we can support each other, no matter who's out on the field, that we can support each other and be there for each other no matter what. So I think it's a very special room. I think LaNorris will tell you the same. We have a good time in there. But D-Lo keeps us on track. We work hard, and I think it shows out there on the field when you get, a chance to put every single quarterback in your room in the game and, we perform like we did. It's always a good day.
Hey, LaNorris, you mentioned how it was a little nerve-wracking at first. I was just wondering, what was it like for you running out to 2001 for the first time as a member of that team? What was the adrenaline rush like?
I had I don't know how to word it. I had quite an adrenaline rush, I'll say. Couldn't really see through the smoke coming out of the thing at first, but it was fun. It was fun.
So, Luke, no matter what happens the rest of the way in your career, you will have thrown a touchdown pass, rushed for a touchdown, and caught a touchdown pass. I don't know how many have done that in the history of college football for their career, but, it's a pretty unique group, so
no doubt.
You still have time to go, obviously.
Right.
So, What will that mean to you, though, to have scored in all three of those categories at the end of the day?
I think it goes back to doing my job. It's one of those things that obviously you look forward to it, but you enjoy the moment. But in the end, it's that's part of what we do. And obviously this one's special because it's the first. There's going to be many more to come in all categories, and I feel very confident in that. But it just goes back to next play mentality, celebrate it in the moment, and then next play up, and that's how it goes.
You can still play defense and see if you can't get like a pick six or see that score too.
Hey, anything, man.
And for both of you guys, a lot was made about Spencer taking the next step this offseason,
Mm-hmm.
345 yards, 3 touchdowns today. Is this what you saw over the course of the summer and training camp? And what's it like to just be around him every single day and watch him do stuff like that?
I'll let you go first.
It's amazing to see. Somebody you can learn from. He's played a lot of ball. He just surprises me every day. Like, these guys, they've been around him and stuff. Like, they know what he can do. But I haven't seen it firsthand. But it just surprises me every day.
I think, when you talk about Seven and everybody, is seeing what he can do out there, it's funny because we see it on a daily basis. We see that kind of intensity and the leadership, the passion. We see all that stuff on a daily basis. So when, he goes out there and throws for almost 400 yards, has 2 incompletions on the day, and, what is it, 3 touchdowns, 4, 3? When he has a game like that, and it doesn't surprise any of us because that's what we see on a daily basis. And he's very consistent in everything he does. This offseason has been, one of the best I've ever seen. Just in being in the same room with him, working on the field with him, whatever it might be. We know every single day when Seven walks in the building, he means business. And, he's going to keep putting up numbers like he's putting up right now and just keep getting better throughout the season.
LaNorris, as a true freshman, what did you see from the other true freshmen out there on the field, and how excited are you to grow and develop around them in this program?
I've really seen confidence. Like, when they first got here, because they got here during the summer, I got here during the spring. I'm assuming they were nervous, but they played a little bit more before I got in, so I seen them slowly gain their confidence. And then when I got in the game, they just looked towards me, and I'm like, all right, here we go. Here's our chance to, show the work we put in, and ultimately that we went out there and balled.
Luke, now that you're in 2 rooms, can you talk a little bit about the receiver room with just the start Legette's off to, with that great games, catching everything thrown, and just the job the receivers are doing this year too?
Yeah. I think it goes back to the older guys in that room. Obviously Xavier is playing out of his mind right now, but he's another one of those guys that, that doesn't surprise anybody because of the way that he practices, the way that he approaches every day in a meeting room, a workout, whatever it might be. It's not what he puts out there on Saturday night. Like, he does that every single day. It's not just a one night of the week kind of thing. Like, it's a Monday through Sunday thing. And, man, it is so fun to see him out there doing that stuff, and couldn't be happier for him. And, he's just going to continue to get better. As far as, the rest of the guys, they fall in line right with him. Obviously, Juice Wells is coming back for us, and he's just going to keep getting better, over the next, few weeks. But, yeah, man, I mean, it's really exciting to see those guys and, what they can do, the true freshmen that got in tonight and the way that they played. Future is bright for sure, and, we're just going to keep improving and getting better.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate y'all.